It's not difficult on the flow side. You should be able to find it.
Good evening and welcome back to Braemar Arena. I say back because chances are you either watched the first of 3 tonight, this is game 2, or you've watched us here before, and I appreciate you coming back. It is Season 8, Night 5 of DBL action. We have 9 regular season games, so upon completion of tonight's game, we'll have crossed over the midpoint. And with that, it's probably never too early to discuss the league standings. This game has heavy implications. So far this season, we have not had a lot of close games. If you're following the league, the one that just ended and the last one on Monday night were very close. Couldn't have been any closer. But the standings are bunched. So week to week, it depends who's having a good game. and the standings are bunched. Minnesota, they won in a shootout. If you saw it Monday, you remember. They are 3-1. And Walser bringing up the rear. They are 1 win and 3 losses. So this is a very important game for Walser. They really need to stay out of the cellar, and win here would help improve their fortunes. So let's walk you through the starting lineups, or really just the rosters, if you will, for Walser. In goal, Ryan Bischel. On defense, Mike Kester, Jimmy Schultz, Jordan Gross, Will Francis, and Seth Helgeson. Up front, Luke Lohite, Mark Senden, Mac Byers, Alex Steves, Ben Steves, and Curtis McKenzie, the Steves brothers. And for Minnesota, up front, Kyle Rao, Henry Bolby, Tristan Brose, Ryan Sandelin, and Jackson Cates. On defense, Cody Corbett, Jake Livingstone, Dylan Sandberg, Ryan Lindgren, and Tanner Vescio. In goal, Jared Moe. Minnesota wears green, Walser wearing blue. My name is John Connolly. Want to thank you guys for coming out. Jesse Pierce in the house. Want to thank you guys for joining us on the live stream here on Flo. Public address announcer Jim Carroll, Patrick Burley playing the tunes, Craig Johnson attending to other game day matters down in the penalty box. We've got A-team, if you will. My director, Ray Flint. Replays brought to you courtesy of Amanda Flint. Camera work, Chan Kang. And Bridget LaFontaine. Puck is dropped, and we are off. Walser hits Lohite. Up the left-hand side. Gross tracking toward the goal. Lohite trailing. Lohite backhand pass, and Gross with a shot saved by Jared Moe. Up the other way. This is Kyle Rao. He takes a shot. That one snaps wide. Interesting little wrinkle here. That's Jackson Cates with the puck. If you ever wonder what happens if Batman doesn't have Robin, we're about to find out. Jackson Cates, known for success the last couple of seasons here in DBL action, always plays on the line with Noah Cates. No Noah today. At least not on my roster. We'll check and see. Sometimes someone shows up that wasn't on the roster, but no Noah. So Jackson Cates. This is Lohite. And down low, shovel shot backhand. That one goes deflected wide. A nice save. That was McKenzie, Curtis McKenzie. They call him Spuds. And he heads off for the change. Fresh legs coming out to replace. Up the right-hand side. This is Bolby. Drop past Tristan Brose. He puts on the brakes. Looks off Livingstone. And overlapping pass. Trying to knife his way through traffic is Vescio. Vescio picks it up. Down behind the goal line. He counters. Into the corner. He works against Will Francis. Francis turns into Brose and finds a little escape. Plays up the left-hand side. This is Mike Kester. Zone entry. Byers. So it's Mac Byers and Mark Senden. This is Senden with the puck. Mark. Down low for Mac. Oh, that was going to be a breakaway, but Senden got a stick on it. Bolby couldn't quite get free. He would have been off to the races. Bolby. Brose in the corner, greeted by Will Francis. Livingstone, puck turns over, Kester. Kester, up to Francis, lighten up! Oh, lighten up the lamp, that is. That is Will Francis, high top corner. A little Gopher Bulldog connection there. It was a pass from Mike Kester up to Will Francis. And that'll be the last time you see someone from the Gophers and the Bulldogs getting along so famously. I have a feeling when those teams hit October, it won't be quite like that. The puck stayed in Helgeson's mitt or stomach. I'm not sure where the puck was for a long, long time. And eventually he got it out. Play could continue. Alex Steves gets an assist on that one as well. So Ben Steves plays for University of Minnesota Duluth, as does Will Francis and Luke Lohheit. Shot, blocker, pad, save. Ryan Bischel. The one that isn't here tonight is Owen Gallatin, another player from UMD. Lindgren plays Corbett. Cody Corbett. This is Ben Steves. Oh, it's a saucer. Trying to get it behind. He could not quite get that one behind Jackson Cates. Kyle Rao. Cates, blue line, red line, blue line. And takes a shot. Bischel with the save. 23 minutes in each half. 18 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the first. Lohheit runs into Francis. Still has the puck. Regains the zone. Everybody tags up. And McKenzie. Out top, Francis. The game's only goal scored by Will Francis. He's in the slot looking for another one. And you could see Lohheit was worried if he tried to pass it over, it might get tipped away by the goaltender. So he tried to squeeze something past the goaltender. Nothing doing. Play continues. McKenzie down to Lohheit. Mo.
Put your hands together, fans. Let's go. Start jamming.
Icky Thump playing over the loudspeakers from the White Stripes. Francis denied Mo. So they're trying to get a little bit more excitement in the building here. We got a great crowd. Oh, there's the green shirts. We found the green shirts. More on that later. Face-off coming over to the right of goaltender Mo. Throws in the spot. Draw one, however, and push down to the wall. Gross. That's Senden for Walzer. Puck bounces off of his stick. Picked up by Gross. Gross tries to shoot. Oh, there's a goal. The rebound came off the back wall, and weak side, it's Senden that able to send it home. Now Walzer on top, 2-0. I mentioned when we came on, Walzer 1 and 3. They're at the bottom of the table. It's important for them tonight. They don't want to fall too far behind the middle of the pack. Make it hard to make the playoffs. There's a good scoring chance for Byers. And it's been a dream start for them. They lead 2-0. Byers and Gross. There's a shot from Bowlby. Nice save for Bischel. Back to Corbett. Corbett can't quite get around the pressure. Puck bounces back to him. Bros over to Corbett. Corbett played 2 years of high school hockey for Stillwater. Then he went and played in the Western Hockey League before embarking on a long pro career. And he plays on the same team as the Cates brothers. Now only Jackson here today, no Noah. And they're also from Stillwater High. Bowlby, Bros. Bros winds up with the puck and Kester's stick, but he fights through, and now he gets it over. He tried to hit Livingstone, but it hit Byers and deflected. It's an own goal. That it is getting Minnesota on the board. They trail 2-1. Mac Byers had the stick. Wrong place, wrong time, and that one gets behind goaltender Ryan Bischel. I got to admit, there was a sequence late in the game that preceded this, and I thought we were going to see an own goal when one of the players deflected it. It went just wide. So one of those things like an ankle rolling in a basketball game. When I see it happen, I'm surprised it doesn't happen all the time. Puck deflecting in the Beauty League past your own goalie. This is Ben Steves tracking toward the goal. Alex Steves can't get the puck to him. He shovels it into the corner, picked up by Kester. Bros gets credit. Helgeson, soft toss, just wide. Kester out of the corner. Into the slot. Alex Steves. Helgeson. Kester. Alex Steves. Helgeson. He'll regroup out to neutral. Now he's back in his own end. Pass to Alex Steves. He works his way up ice. Puck turns over, and it's Kyle Rao working against Helgeson. Lindgren into the slot. That's the passing option. Helgeson did a great job getting into the passing lane, knocks it down. On retreat, Moe's going to play it for Samberg. Nope, he goes the other way with it up the right-hand side. Hey, we got the Minnesota crew in the house. That's Nick Olson. We're going to mention that. Had some game notes and said that the company outing was today, and they were going to have a lot of employees wearing green shirts. We didn't see him until just now, but Nick Olson in the house. We wouldn't be able to do what we are able to do in the Beauty League without the sponsors. Minnesota sporting these green jerseys, and now they got some employees making a fun night out as well. Puck gets past Samberg. Nice steal here from Rao. Played up right-hand side. That's Sandelin. Shot save. Play continues. Now it's low height. He's got Schultz. Trailing is McKenzie. Backhander. Nice save by Jared Moe. Stretch pass. Never came. They were trying to find a way to get it up ice, but Jackson Cates was marked pretty closely, or at least somebody was in between in the passing lane. Over to Christo. Puck turns over, and it's Walzer the other way. This is Schultz. Schultz swings wide. Plays Gross. Bounces over the stick of McKenzie. Out of the corner, he pokes it to low height. Low height for Gross. Back to low height. He counters. Sheds Lindgren in the process. Centering pass, deflects wide, and this is Tristan Brose. He gets it up to Lindgren. Lindgren. Pass gets deflected. Jackson Cates. Tristan Brose. He shovels it into the corner and chases it down himself. Cates. Shot. Save. Down low, Brose. And he couldn't quite pull the puck around the goaltender. With the smother, Ryan Bischel gets a face-off over to his left. Folks, there are 12 minutes to go in this period. 12 minutes in the opening half. We play two 23-minute halves. Run time. If the game's close, they will stop it. Oh, mini donuts making their way right in front of me. This is a fun place. We got mini donuts. I think there's some ices. Normal snack bar items. Haven't seen the haircuts this year. They had free mullets last year. Corbett, rink wide Bros. Gains the zone, knifing into traffic. Can't get through. Send in with the steal. Kester plays Francis. Low height. Tracking over on that rush to the back post. Back to Francis. Kester wants it. Kester didn't like what he saw. He's going to peel back through the neutral zone. Everybody tags up on side. Oh, he pulled it around Cates and created a scoring chance out of it. He found a streaking Mac Byers. Forced Moe to make a nice save. This is Bowlby the other way. Sandelin swings behind the goal. Puck turns over. Walzer. They hit Kester. Sendin's one option. He goes the other way with it. And beautiful flash in the leather. Nice save made by Jared Moe. Left side. Sandelin working against Helgeson. Over for the shot. Bowlby denied. Nice save. Bischel. Bouncing puck in front of the benches. Right side Schultz. Byers plays to Alex Steves. Got Helgeson. Tried to Stick handle into traffic. Sandberg knocks him off the puck, and now it's Sandberg. Spot pass on the bounce. Running under it is Sandelin. Sandelin denied. Nice save by Ryan Bischel. We're under 10 minutes to go in this half. Oh, there's a tip just wide of the mark. Sandelin took that pass from Sandberg. Ben Steeves, he's got Alex. Pass does not get through. Once again, it's Sandberg. Over to Livingstone, right-hand side. Sandelin, and no shot coming. Play kind of fizzles. Bowlby out with them as well. Puck turns over. It's Walzer. Played to Schultz. Schultz did a nice job bringing it from his skate blade to his stick blade. This is Ben Steeves all the way walking it into the slot area. Ben Steeves played his high school hockey during his senior year at nearby Eden Prairie. Mr. Hockey finalist, one of 10. Ben Steeves can't quite get the feet moving quick enough to get that one. And now it's Ryan Lindgren. I think we saw Charlie Lindgren in goal last year at some point. Oh, Rao takes the beautiful pass. What a dart. That was just a nice stretch pass right on target. It's with the D. And Rao came in on a breakaway, but couldn't get it through the 5-hole. Bischel with the save. 8.5 minutes to go. Face off to the goaltender's left. Got Lohheit and Bros in the face-off, or Steeves and Bros in the face-off circle. So one thing viewers at home may want to consider when watching these games, it's Tristan Bros down low. And he finishes. Tristan Bros ties the game. So this is a general guideline, not a hard and fast rule, but the big contract, guaranteed, one-way NHL contract guys, they tend to wear a white helmet and they have a sticker on it because the NHL teams have sponsors. So, for example, Meyer in the last game was Justin Hall of the Detroit Red Wings. The colored helmets tend to be your college players. So with the puck there, you see Tristan Bros from Denver. And on the other team, you've got Mike Kester, University of Minnesota. So, goofy little deflection there, and Minnesota has taken the lead. I think credit for that one's going to go to Kyle Rao. Kyle Rao with Abbotsford of the American Hockey League makes this one 3-2. For the first time tonight, Minnesota on top. Bros back to Lindgren. Lindgren a little too far for Bros. He's going to run it down. Gets there before Lohheit. Swings back behind the goal line. Tries to hit Lindgren and bounces back to Bros. He's going to regroup in the neutral zone. Finds the open man. Jackson Cates. He hits Vecchio. McKenzie breaks it up and bounces back to Cates. I'm going to listen to, Jim Carroll gives it to Kyle Rao. Bros and Vecchio get an assist on that goal. This is Francis. Francis hits his college teammate Lohheit. 6 minutes to go, first half action. So I mentioned it's night 5, and what's significant about night 5 is there are 6 teams in the league, so after tonight, everybody will have played the other teams once. After tonight, they'll start to repeat. Oh, good scoring chance down low for Sandelin, denied Bischel. On the bounce, McKenzie gets around Livingstone, semi-breakaway. Couldn't quite pull the puck around the goaltender. Nice breakup for Jared Moe. Play continues. Sandelin working against Kester. He kicks it over. Grabbed by Sendin, and stretch pass does not get through. Trying to get Byers behind Corbett. Corbett with the steal. Corbett knifing his way into the slot. Puck bounces away from him. Got a birthday wish in the building. Somebody's turning 10. This is Kester. Oh, they're going to sing it. I don't know if you can hear that at home, but we got a happy birthday song being sung over the speakers, the loudspeakers. 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Walser, they once led 2-0. They now trail 3-2. Sandberg, left-hand side, working against Kester. He takes a shot. This one rings out. Senden over to Bolby. Bolby's got Rao on the back door, and Rao went to finish. The net got knocked about foot up in the air. Didn't really move too far off of its position, but it did move up. Nice pass here from Schultz. And the next one didn't quite connect. Comes back to Schultz on the point. Senden's down low. He's forechecking down on the back wall. Greeted by Dylan Sandberg. A little too far for Mac Byers. They poke this one along the wall, and it's a breakout for Minnesota. Livingstone zone entry. Hitting Bolby. And what a save by goaltender Ryan Bischel. They got the puck to Sandberg in the slot. He was unmarked. He fired quickly, and you had Bischel recovering from one post to the other. He got over, not only made the save, he also controlled the rebound. Minnesota heading up ice. And Alex Steves tub thumping. Plays this one, intercepted by Rao, who hits Bolby. Bolby. Right-hand side, Lindgren. Bolby trailing. Rao, weak side. Trying to get it down low for... no shot coming. They ring it out top to Vecchio. Left-hand side is Bolby. Tipped back to Vecchio. Rao. And retreating. This is Ryan Lindgren. He hits Rao. Rao pulls it around Helgeson. Over to Vecchio for the finish, and he shoots it just wide. Bischel in position. Lindgren drops to Vecchio. Poked away, Cates. Bros. Save made by goaltender Ryan Bischel. We got 2 minutes to go in the half, and things have flattened out a little. Cates can't quite finish. Just seems like it's plodding a little bit. Usually it's end-to-end action. For a while, Walser had been stuck in their own end. Helgeson fights off Bros. Helgeson quite a bit bigger than Bros. And Lindgren. Francis back to Helgeson. There's 1:40 to go in the first half. 3-2 is the score. They once trailed 2-0. Minnesota on top. Helgeson. Centering pass. Doesn't get through. Bounces back to him. Now it's Francis. Francis over for the finish, and it's Ben Steves that buries it. Fires that one right up into the top netting. Ben Steves with a beauty. We're tied 3-3. 1 minute to go, opening half. Kester. Over to Gross, right-hand side, zone entry. Kester's going to peel out that one, hit the back netting, and a lot of times earlier game they would blow the whistle. This game, team that's attacking just peeling out. There's a good scoring chance for Corbett, who buries it. Takes that pass from Sandelin. Sandelin to Corbett. Cody Corbett, certified beauty. Certified beautician. Cates and Lowhite. 10 seconds to go in the half. It's a 2-on-1 to close. Cates calls for it, and he can't quite squeeze that puck past Ryan Bischel. Folks, 4-3 is your halftime score. With Cody Corbett's goal, Minnesota back on top. We got 2 minutes of break. I'm going to catch my breath. You folks do the same. You're watching Night 5 of the Beauty League here on Flo.
Minnesota Regional Transportation. They built a reputation providing the customers with the best combination of service and value available in the industry. By listening to their customers and their needs, we evolved from being a courier company in Twin Cities to a full transportation solutions provider for the upper Midwest. Reminder coming up at the end of this game, we'll announce our player of the game. They will sign a puck. If you're the recipient as they throw it into the crowd, bring it to the concession stand and you will win a free frozen pizza from Bernatello's Brewpub Pizza. Also keep your eyes on the bench behind the light behind the bench. That's the Bernatello's hot bar. Each time that's on, they'll go for 2 minutes. Goals will be worth double. Coming up next, second half action between Minnesota 3-1 and Walzer 1-3.
Okay, folks, we have a corporate outing tonight. The folks in green, they're from Minnesota Regional Transportation, and you'll notice it's the same color green as the green team on the ice. Minnesota Regional Transportation has built its reputation by providing the customers with the best combination of service and value available in the industry. By listening to their customers and their needs, they've evolved from being a courier company in the Twin Cities to a full-service transportation solutions provider for the upper Midwest. So I did see Nick Olson. Company's grown under his watch. Nick is someone who bought the company, started working there, bought the company, and I believe they do cold storage and trucking and to get the frozen foods around as part of their logistic solution. So it's good to see the Minnesota folks, and there's a goal for Luke Lohide who gets the tip, and you see that Jared Moe winds up in the goal. We are tied with that Walzer goal. So let's revisit in the standings here. Minnesota won the nightcap on Monday in a shootout to run the record to 3-1. That was important because that bubbles them up to the top couple teams in the league. Walzer, however, they're at the bottom. They're 1-3. Only 4 out of 6 are going to make the playoffs. So Minnesota can create a little separation with a win today, and Walzer can crawl back in it. Game means a lot to certainly the Walzers. McKenzie, low height tracking toward the goal, goes through the hole in the stick, and he runs it down over into the corner. Schultz, bouncing puck. That one's poked aside. And a breakout up the left-hand side. Bowlby, he's got Corbett, plays Sandelin instead. Sandelin goes rink wide with it. Schultz clears it. Up ice, semi-breakaway. Sandin retreating as Livingstone. He shoots early and sends it off the pad just wide. Nice save by Jared Moe. Livingstone. Saucer pass for the deflection. Henry Bowlby. A couple beautiful saves here from Ryan Bischel. We're 2 minutes deep into the second half. My name is John Connolly here for Flo. Hope you're enjoying DBL action from Braemar Arena, Edina, Minnesota. It is season 8, night 5. We went 3 weeks on Wednesday. This week was Monday and Wednesday. we'll have a couple more Monday, Wednesday. Once we've played 9 games, the top 4 move on to the semifinals. That'll be on a Monday, and then the John Scott Cup will be 3 weeks from today, Wednesday night. What would that be, the 23rd? If I'm doing the calendar right. Kester hits Byers. Zone entry for Walzer. Steps on a penny, and the puck turns over. Tristan Brose. Short pass, and now rink wide up to Rao. He's got Vecchio. And getting a stick on it with the tip is Sendin. Now Will Francis out of the corner. He sends it up. Kester. He's got Byers with him. Kester and Byers working against Brose. Glove save Mo, and he starts the breakout by hitting Brose. Brose over to Livingstone. Francis had his stick and knotted up. Brose over to Vecchio. Nice job with the poke check, knocking that one away. I think that's Alex Steves. Sendin, zone entry for Walzer. Gets to the top of the circle. Schultz. He takes, oh, that one slides through. Schultz puts Walzer on top 5-4. Jared Moe was in position. It hit him in the arm. I thought he made the save, but somehow it either slid between his arm and his torso or rolled out of his mitt, kind of hit the heel of the mitt, something like that. And I know I've mentioned this a couple times this year. If he was a skateboarder, they'd call him goofy. Jared Moe catches with his right. Rest of the goaltenders in Beauty League, traditional, they catch left, block right. Jared Moe's backward. And you wonder if that is something that the shooters have started to pick up on. Going for the finish. Ben Steves out with his brother. Alex couldn't quite finish. Ben Steves trying to steal, unable. Lindgren into the slot area, Corbett! And Minnesota has tied the game. Another goal for Cody Corbett. He entered tonight with no goals in DBL action. I don't know that he's played every week, but got a beautiful goal there. And I think he had one earlier this game. Sandelin. 5-5 is your score with 17 and a half minutes to go. I don't think it's, oh, we got certified beauty hats. Where'd they get those? Bucket hats that say certified beauty. And 4 girls, collective age about 45, probably all about 11 years old. Getting autographs, that's a good look. So I don't know if they're selling those at the merch tent, but perfect segue. If you're watching online, you haven't had a chance to come by Braemar Arena this year, have no fear. You can still pick up some of that wonderful Beauty League merchandise. Most or all of it comes from Soda Stick. They make some really nice stuff. I bought a hat last week. Looking at a couple shirts. Didn't quite pull the trigger because I don't know if nephews would wear them. They're not hockey folk, but they're great looking shirts. And you can see those items and everything else at thebeautyleague.com. Just click on merch or the store or whatever it says. Go to your shopping cart and they'll have that shipped to you. Some nice stuff. And I think occasionally they even spit out a little coupon, 15 or 20% off if you buy it through the online. So good little segue there. And I don't know if they have certified beauty hats like those girls were wearing or not. Brose, and what a save by Ryan Bischel. The save of the day so far. He did the splits and got that right leg pad out. Over to Gross. No shot coming. Jordan Gross. Low height. Vecchio. Picked up by Bowlby. Gross. Back to Francis. McKenzie, left-hand side. into the slot for Lohheit. And a glove save with that right hand of Mo. Gets past Vecchio, but on the bounce, picked up by Rao. Zone entry, stolen, and a beautiful pass here from Kester to Francis. No finish, however. A beautiful save by goaltender Jared Mo. Yeah, that was another example of that Gopher Bulldog love. As for the second time of the game, Kester with that vertical stretch pass up ice. Springing Will Francis on a breakaway. Livingstone plays it to Corbett. Zone entry. The left-handed shot comes up the right-hand side. Fires this one wide. And it's held in by Rao. He rings the boards. Back to Corbett. Gets past him. McKenzie the other way. Lohheit trailing. Helgeson and Kester. Kester into the slot area. A little hesitation move. Finds Lohheit. Puck bounces away from him, and nice hustle back for Kester with the steal, taking the Rao pass. Kester. Lohheit. Mike Kester played his high school hockey for Chaska. Not too terribly far from here. Livingstone into the slot area. Backhander, save, cover, Bischel. Kester. Left-hand side, McKenzie. He goes rink wide. Picked up by Helgeson. Down behind the goal line. Rings the perimeter. Helgeson. McKenzie. Kester. Patient around the perimeter. Send into Helgeson. Helgeson looking for a tip down low. Byers runs it down into the corner. Plays back to Seth Helgeson across the blue line. He hits Byers. Avicii levels, blaring over the loudspeakers, trying to get the crowd pumped up. Building's gotten a little flat here with that extended zone time working the perimeter. Minnesota's going to change that as they go to net. This is Livingstone. Huge save by Bischel. He kicks it over into the corner. Byers on the rebound. Working his way outside the zone. Blue line, red line, gains the blue line. He goes rink wide. Picked up by Sendin. Back. Oh! Sendin to Byers. And Walser takes a 6-5 lead. It's funny, we had that extended zone time with Walser working the perimeter. Minnesota came up, got a shot on goal, and then in transition, Walser had a much easier time penetrating and got that one to net with a beautiful goal. Nice pass, nice finish. Jackson Cates. No Noah. In case you joined us late, no Noah Cates on this one. Gross plays Sendin. Byers trailing.
Assistant number 18, Mark Sendin. And number 16, Jimmy Schultz. 22-18-16.
Byers from Sendin and Schultz. Face-off comes to the right of Jared Moe. Folks, we play 23-minute halves. There are 11 and a half minutes to go in the second half. The final quarter, if you will. Zone entry here for Jackson Cates. Gets it over to Bolby. Can't quite finish. Nice save by Ryan Bischel. Sandberg looking for the tip. Jackson Cates on the doorstep. Another nice save. And a smother by Bischel. So it is 6-5. Walser leads. I've said it many times. This is a very important game for Walser. With a 1-3 record, they do not want to stay at the bottom of the table as we move in to the sixth game. We're crossing over the midpoint. This is the fifth of 9 games. And if you want to make the playoffs, top 4 out of 6 teams make the playoffs. A lot easier not having to come into that final week, having to win 2 because you're stuck down in 6th place. We've got 10.5 minutes to go in a close game like this. I might as well mention the hot puck. Chances are you've seen it, but in case you haven't, in case you're new to the Beauty League, each coach has a goal lamp on their bench, and if they flip the switch, turn the light on for the next 2 minutes, point values double. Send in with Alex Steves. Alex Steves gets by the defender and finishes it off. Alex Steves takes that pass from Sendin, and Walser with another one, running it out to a 7-5 lead. So with 10 minutes to go, I'm looking straight across the rink. I see Chris McAlpine. He's coach of the Minnesota team, and he's standing right underneath that lamp that I mentioned. So you better believe. Oh, wow. Oh, it's actually Walser that flips the switch. Walser with a 2-goal lead. They're going to try to pull out ahead. Keith Ballard, Paul Martin, the light is on. Walser, hot puck. So if they score, Walser scores in the next 2 minutes, they'll get double credit, and they could open up a much larger lead. On the other hand, Minnesota. And here's Ben Steves. Ben, oh, he fakes. Oh, what a goal by Ben Steves. He intentionally got the goalie committed, pulls it over to the backhand, and shovel shot in. Tickling Twine, Ben Steves. It goes from 7-5 to 9-5, and they've still got a minute and 30 of hot puck time. Bold move over on the Walser bench. This team wants to make the playoffs, folks. They're 1-3. It's only the middle of the season, but they're saying, you know what, let's take a swing here right now. We've got a good situation. We're playing well. We don't want to be at the bottom of the table. And with a 7-5 lead, they go to the hot puck, score. Now it's 9-5. Helgeson, he's got Alex Steves, plays Ben instead. Ben Steves, zone entry, looking for his brother. He leaves it for him. Alex Steves. And that shot goes just wide. Ben Steves was there for the tip. There's still 1 minute of hot puck time. 1 minute of hot puck time for Walser. Bros for Minnesota. He plays this to Corbett. Gets to the top of the circle. And, oh, what a pass over trying to hit Kyle Rao. Chris McAlpine, nonplussed, I think that's the right word. He's unfazed by all this. He says, we're down 7-5, go ahead. Flip the switch. We're down 9-5. I'm still waiting. He is holding on for his hot puck time, waiting until later in the game. Jackson Cates. Kester picks up the rebound. Still 20 seconds to go of hot puck time here for Walser. Circles back behind the goal. Tries to get it over to Ben Steves, I'm sorry. And now the puck turns over. 5-4, 3-2-1. That's going to do it for the Walser hot puck time with 7 minutes and 45 seconds. I'd say it was a success. They were up 7-5. Now it's 9-5. Scoring chance 10-5 because Curtis McKenzie fires that one home, and now it is a 10-5 lead. And Chris McAlpine says, I've seen enough. His light comes on for the next 2 minutes. Their goals, should they score any, will count double. Minnesota trying to crawl back into this one. They trail by 5. Zone entry, Bowlby. Plays left side, back to Bowlby, goes for the finish, and the puck is underneath Ryan Bischel. A beautiful save for him. Curtis McKenzie, assisted by Kester. McKenzie from Kester is how that one goes into the books. So we've got 7 minutes of clock time. If the game's close at the end, they'll stop it. Last 2-3 minutes, if it's 2 or 3 goals, they'll stop the clock late. But more important than that 7 minutes on the board is the minute and 20, because with a 5-goal deficit, Minnesota needs to score at least 1, preferably 2, to get back into it. They're down 10-5. Bowlby looking for a tip. Kester with the steal. Puck comes out. McKenzie up to Schultz. Schultz shoots wide. Jimmy Schultz of Coachella Valley, the American Hockey League. That's the desert area of California, if I recall. A lot of American Hockey League teams in the last decade have moved from Northeast U.S. and Canada Now they're in California. Teams in Ontario and Bakersfield. Stretching it up. That hits the back of somebody's leg. Puck bounces over to Lowhite. Just 30 seconds to go in the Minnesota hot puck time. Good defense. It's kind of like you own a power play. You're not a man down, but Walser wants to make sure they don't give up scoring chances. Livingstone. Minnesota with 15 seconds to go in the hot puck. That'd be an interesting wrinkle to see a team pull the goalie early and then put him back in. We didn't see it yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if that happens someday. The hot puck time has expired. Chris McAlpine flips the light off, and a little frustration over on the Minnesota bench as now there's just 5.5 minutes to go, and they still trail 10-5. Sandelin into the face-off circle. Goes through the wickets with Byers. Chases down his own rebound. Gets some help from Sandberg. A couple nice saves made by Ryan Bischel. Sendin trying to find a way outside the zone. He hits Byers. Byers has Gross. Shoots instead, and Mac Byers tickling twine. It is now 11-5, and Walser's got to be feeling really good. Backs up against the wall. They're in the bottom of the standings. They came out tonight. Not only are they going to win, folks, there's 5 minutes to go. They're up by 6. They have sent a message. Walser will now run their record to 2-3. And while they might be 5th place at the end of the night, they're not so far from the rest of the teams. Rao plays it back to Corbett. Bouncing puck. This one winds up left-hand side. 4.5 minutes to go. 11-5 is your score. Sandelin out of the corner. He's got Sandberg, Corbett, and Rao. Plays Sandberg. Back to Corbett. He tries to finish. Rao for the rebound, and Rao held the puck, didn't want to shoot because he saw his teammate in the way, and when Corbett got out of the way, Bischel found a way to fill the void. Rao, right-hand side, backhand pass, puck turns over, 4 minutes to go, zone exit for Gross. He leaves it for Byers, everybody's on side as Sendin drags that foot back. Sendin. Bros. Slaloming up ice, he gains the red line, gains the blue line, swings wide, working against Gross. Bros. Alex Steves. Through the neutral zone. Leaves it for Sendin. 3.5 minutes to go. Helgeson. Centering pass. This one hits the side of the goal and bounces back to him. Ben Steves, and he fires a dagger. Ben Steves makes it 12-5. When it rains, it pours. It's an explosion. It is an offensive outburst from Walser. Let me go through something before tonight's games. In 4 games, Walser had scored 21, and they'd given up 36. They've scored 12. Ben Steves, hat trick. Alex Steves. So we got 2.5 minutes to go. So Walser was a minus 15 by the end of tonight. I'm going to cut that in half. And they're going to move into, at worst, 5th place. Possibly a tie for 4th and 5th, depending on how Element does in the nightcap. Ben Steves with Kester. Plays the other way, and a shot from Alex Steves. Folks, there are 2 minutes to go in this one, and with the outcome no longer in doubt, we'll talk a little bit about what's coming up next. The nightcap is Tria with a 3-1 record against Element, 2-2. Tria is the only team that was scoring more than they gave up. They were plus 14, Tradition plus 2, Element plus 1. So Tria is the one team that through 4 games had scored significantly more than they'd given up with a 3-1 record. they'll have a chance to stay top of the table with a win later tonight. Minnesota, with this loss, will drop to 3-2. Ben Steeves hits Alex Steeves, but a little bit too far for him, and he runs it down into the corner. Kester, magic hands, takes the shot, saved by Jared Moe. So leading scorer in the league so far this year, Nick Swaney. Second, Dennis Cholosky. They're both in the nightcap, so if you like seeing the skill plays and the high-scoring affair, stick around for the nightcap as Nick Swaney and Dennis Cholosky will pair off. Waning moments here, 45 seconds to go. Cates has a bounce off of his sticks. Sandelin, Sandberg out. And now it's McKenzie the other way. Big night for the Steeves boys. Hat-trick for Ben. Schultz. This is low height. 25 seconds to go. Our camera operators, they've done a great job. Chan Kang and Bridget LaFontaine. Our replays brought to you by Amanda Flint. Director tonight is Ray Flint, and it's been me, my pleasure, on the play-by-play call. John Connolly here for Flo. 3-2-1, that's going to do it. 12-5 is your final. Walser with a critical win in the season's 5th game. They're going to crawl up to the middle of the standings, and Minnesota sees their record fall to 3-2. Player of the game, Ryan Bischel. I tell you, when the goaltender stands out in this league, you know they've played well. It's a tough league for goaltenders. Ryan Bischel was outstanding tonight. One more coming up, the nightcap. We're going to take a break. I'm going to catch my breath and be here in 15 minutes with the finale on a Wednesday night from Braemar Arena. Thanks for watching. Be right back after a resurface.